I mean, there are quote unquote
It's a
family
small
coasters.
coaster and fun spot.
Well, Barnstormer. Barnstormer is a family. No, that's true. This is definitely true. You make a good point. You make a good case for that. So you definitely make a good case for that. So, um, but yeah, is that it?
Yep.
Yeah, the I've heard a lot of talk about the new Life of Pets attraction. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. It should be pretty spectacular. So, all right. So, moving on from that, we're going to go and look at some of the things we did this past week. And I'm going to start it off with the Orlando Eye here. And I got to experience recently my first experience to the Orlando Eye. I had never been on the Orlando Eye before in my life. And I went there the other day for their Eye Glow event, which was a very interesting event. So basically, what the Eye is doing now is they're trying to make the Eye to a nighttime venue. They are adding a bar to the pre-queue for the Eye where you can purchase drinks. They had four different flights. They had a cider flight, a beer flight, a red wine flight, and a white wine flight. And these were the drinks that they had available for you. No, it's not a full bar. It's just these flights. At least this is what they had available for us, the media. Now, this was interesting. You walk in, it's like a party atmosphere. They had basically turned this small venue, small area into a dance club, and there was tables and things like that set out. And it's a good use of space for that, for something for them to do at night. Now, on top of that, you get to ride the Orlando Eye at night, and there is like flashing light. There's like lights in your cab, and it dances for you and things like that. Now, a couple of things. First off, for people that want to do the Eye at night, this is a fantastic experience. It gives you a chance to go out and have a good time on the Eye and do all this stuff. Me personally, I quickly found out that I am not an Eye person. I did not like the Eye. I'm like afraid of heights, so I thought I could handle it, but I couldn't. I couldn't handle it, so, which is fine. Some people just can't handle heights. It's nothing against the attraction. I have no ill will towards the Eye at all. It's just not my cup of tea. Some people don't like coasters. That doesn't mean that coasters aren't for some people. Just some people don't like them. Um, so the Eye, it just wasn't for me. I wasn't like a I just was kind of like freaking out a little bit because being up there high in the air and so high in the air and so on and so forth. So it really wasn't my cup of tea. But I can see how it would be amazing for a lot of people because of the views at night. You could see all over Orlando. Those cabs are wall to wall windows. There's nothing there but glass, and they didn't have any music piped in our cabs, but they had lights flashing and everyone was having a good time, and they had drinks in their cabs. And I can see how this would be a very enjoyable experience for a lot of people. So definitely don't count it out. If you, if you have, I say to you, if you, as someone as this was their first time riding the Eye, if you have thoughts and you're not sure if you can do it, just do it. I mean, you'll feel like I felt so proud of myself afterwards for doing it and having done it. It's one of those things that, hey, I tried it. So I'm very excited that I did. But it's the nightlife thing is exciting. So definitely check that out. It's Eye Glow. They're going to have that like on the weekends and stuff and at night, and it's going to be awesome. So definitely check that out. And we'll have up more info soon. We'll get an article up soon on the website with information about Eye Glow and all that stuff. And we have some photos on our Instagram and stuff from the event for Eye Glow at the Orlando Eye. Now, a couple more things here. Um, Moving on, we're going to talk about so this past week, I think it was maybe Monday or so, one of the days, or was it last week? I don't remember. But American Q at the B Resort changed their menu, and they American Q closed essentially. There is no more American Q at the B Resort. They have now gone through a rebranding, and they are now the American Kitchen, which features different options like burgers, filet mignon, catfish, spare ribs, New York strip steak, chicken wings. And I always am willing. I went to go check this out, and just a couple of things. I love the B Resort, and I loved American Q. Caitlin loved American Q. Ed loved American Q. We all loved American Q. We really did. But I have a couple of complaints. One of the biggest complaints that I ever received about American Q was the service. I received numerous complaints from people that the service was slow. And Ed, I don't know if you can say anything about that. I can. I think a little bit because
Yeah, a little bit.
of the fact that sometimes with the refills they were taking a while, and I think they did it on purpose so you wouldn't eat as much food. They would make you wait. So, because they would basically serve you, and then they would stop after like when you're done with your first serving of meat or what have you, and then kind of move on, and not be as attentive to you. Which it didn't really bother me as much. I kind of knew that was going on. It was fine the way the way that was. It wasn't horrible, but I had other experiences with people saying the service was horrible, and they went there at like 9 o'clock and the restaurant closed at 10, and it was just a horrible experience, and they didn't get any service at all, and so on and so forth. And I heard this from a few people. It was like a resounding response to American Q was that this was the way it is. So, and the other thing is too, this restaurant was always halfway closed. So or excuse me, not halfway closed, but always halfway empty. It was always half empty. So you would go up there and you're thinking, why am I getting this lousy of service when the restaurant is half empty? Well, I don't know. Why am I telling you this? Because I went to this restaurant the other day to
check out what happened.
To check out what happened, and it was bad. It just was not. I went to the restaurant. I walked up there, and when I walked up to the restaurant, no one greeted me, and I waited for about 10 minutes. I stood at the check-in table for the restaurant for some sort of person to come up to me, a hostess or something, and nothing happened. There was just no one. I just stood there. And honestly, like if you're going through a rebrand, if you need to rebrand your restaurant after a year, there's something else going on. And I think they're trying to mask the fact that the service is just really bad. They honestly, like with that restaurant, I think they need to work on the service, and then they'll get the clientele back, because they had excellent food with American Q. Everyone that I've talked to agreed that the food was outstanding. When it was hot and warm, and they got it out, and the buffet was delicious. Nobody had any complaints about the food. It was the service.
Mm-hmm.
And to be waiting at the counter for 10 minutes to get service was just craziness. So what I'm saying this is a message. If you're listening, B Resort, please work on the service. You guys, I waited 10 minutes. I didn't get any service. And honestly, with your menu here, I'm not terribly impressed with the menu for this place. I mean, we're looking at, $22 for blackened catfish, and some of these entrees, $37 for filet mignon, and $26 for shrimp and grits. I mean, you would pay less for shrimp and grits at like Olivia's than you would at Old Key West than you would here, or even like Trails Inn for lunch, you would pay less for shrimp and grits. So, there's not the prices. If the prices are going to be that high, you need to have the service to back it up. And they still have the flatbed buffet, but it's been turned into a salad bar, which I don't know what they serve on the salad bar, because I didn't get there late enough. That I'm sure, but I didn't get there late enough to see what's on the salad bar. But you never know; they may not have croutons. I don't know.
Salad dressing.
But my point of this message is, if anyone is listening at the B Resort, please work on the service. You guys, you have a jewel of a restaurant in there, a jewel of a location, and it looks beautiful in there, and people would love to eat at your restaurant. Just the service needs to be a little better. All right, so moving on from that, man, I have a lot to talk about this time. I went to 28 in Maine this past week, which is the new store at Marketplace Co-op, and this is a really cool store. They have shirts. I'm gonna run through this quickly and tell you what some of the things they have. They have shirts from all over the parks, shirts that say things like Toad's Taxi for Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, Grand Circle Tour for the trains, and all kinds of stuff like that, and various shirts, Adventurers Club shirts, things like this, all kinds of shirts around that really are for the big theme park fans, the hardcore fans, and so on and so forth. And the great thing about these shirts is they're a lot higher quality than what you would find at the regular shops. They're a lot higher quality than t-shirts you would normally find. Now, the other thing they have there too is they have the Pendleton brand, which is a brand that was actually on Main Street. They had a store for this brand on Main Street in Disneyland in like the 60s and 70s, and it was one of Walt's favorite brands. So he brought them into the park there, and the stuff looks really great. They have some nice plaid shirts and all this stuff. It's all Pendleton. It looks really great. So definitely go there and check it out. It is a little bit more pricey. T-shirts started at $36 instead of like the $25 or $20 you pay in the theme park. But so definitely, but it's totally worth the price of admission here. You will not be disappointed. They're all the shirts and stuff are great. So there you go. So moving on from that, I'm going to go into I'm going to save this for that, but I'm going to go into the Colortopia here. I went to Colortopia the other day. I want to give you a quick run through of Colortopia. Colortopia is the newest exhibit at Innovations, right across from the House of the Future there, which is next to the Sum of All Thrills. So they have that. This starts out with you going into a Power of Color theater, which is a circular theater where they display colors. They light up the walls with different colors, and they tell different stories and so on and so forth, and about the different colors and things. And it's really interesting to see this room lit up with the different colors and stuff. And actually, if you I did a Periscope. Well, it won't be up now, but I did a Periscope the other day, and this just looked weird on my phone to see all these colors on there. But it's actually really interesting. This is a really, really interesting exhibit. So that's a start, and then you go into the Color Lab, which has different interactive exhibits that you can do. Where they have one where it's they have the three primary colors, red, green, and blue, and you can mix them together with these little dials and make different colors and so on and so forth. So that's a little fun. And they have this giant wall where you spin these giant discs and it makes certain colors and so on and so forth. So it's kind of fun there too. But the crown jewel for this attraction for me is the Color Our World experience. And with this, what they do is you get a digital paintbrush, which is it's like a fiber optic paintbrush, and they have these paint buckets, and you dip your paintbrush in the paint bucket, and on there's these giant screens. LCD screens, basically TVs, and you paint them with your brush. And it's like a coloring book. You color in the spots with the paintbrush, and as you color them in, it fills in the different spaces and so on and so forth to whatever color you pick. And sometimes, depending on what color you pick, dictates what the character or person does in the scene, like they do some sort of animation or something. This was my favorite part of the whole exhibit, and actually I enjoyed this so much that I would just want to come back. And like, it's one of those things, like, it reminded me of being a kid again. Like, I just want to go in there and constantly redo it and just paint. I just want to constantly paint on these screens for hours. Like, I just want to do that. Like, can I just stay in there and constantly be painting on these things for hours? Because it was a lot of fun. And the brushes are really cool. They change colors when you dip them in the paint bucket to whatever thing there is now. So it's really awesome. So definitely check that out at the at Epcot. It is really cool, and you will not be disappointed. So it is a lot of fun. Now I saved sort of the best for last, I should say. but one more thing that I want to talk about is this on Friday in the morning. Caitlin booked me a massage at the Senses Spa at the Grand Floridian, and this is one of the coolest things I've ever done at Disney. To be quite honest with you, it sounds a little strange. You know, it's just a massage. You know, people get massages all the time, but this was more of an experience than just a massage. And I know Caitlin's done this before too. She's done massages there before too, but if and feel free to chime in at any time, Caitlin. But this was really cool because the thing that you don't realize with this spa is when you go to the Senses Spa, it's more than just the massage. There is a lounge for both men and women, and especially in the men's lounge, they let me tell you, yes, separate, of course. Let me tell you my experience. Right, the gentleman picked me up at the front and I advise you. First off, let me advise you if you're gonna go, plan whatever your time is. Let's say you start at your massage at 10 and you get at 11. Plan an extra 30 minutes to an hour after your massage is over to hang out at the spa. And I'll tell you why. When you get there, the gentleman he came and grabbed me and took me to the men's lounge, which there is when you walk in that first door there. There's four like recliner chairs. They don't recline, but they have like ottomans, and there's snacks and tea. There's like tea bags to make hot tea. There's water, flavored water, all this stuff for you. And it's sort of a waiting area for you to wait for your massage or whatever treatment that you're receiving. Now, when you go after that, it's the men's lounge area. It's sort of the bathroom area. There's a bathroom back there. It's really nice, like the nicest bathrooms on property. There's showers, and the showers have everything you could possibly need: shampoo, conditioner, body wash, whatever you need is in the showers right there, ready to go. And you also have there's lockers in there, and they provide you with a robe and slippers and the whole nine. Now, when you go into the other room, there's another room connected to this. And also in the bathroom, too, they have all the toiletries you need. They have shaving razors to shave your face. There's shaving cream. There's aftershave. There's also brushes and hair gel and body lotion and all kinds of stuff in there by the sink, too. And there's even combs and brushes, too, to fix your hair. Now, when you go into there's another room connected to that, and in that room is a hot tub, a nice size hot tub, a steam room, and my favorite part of the whole experience: heated tile loungers. Now these are two tile chairs. They're basically like they're green and they're made out of tile and they're heated. You sit on this thing and it's warm, and they actually feel really good. You know, after you've been in the hot tub or something of that nature, it's a good way to relax after you've been in there. Now they also have a hot tub, which was a lot of fun. There is a hot tub back there for you to enjoy, and it's just a long hot tub. It has warm water. They weren't running the jets when I was there. I don't think they run the jets. They just get it nice and warm for you. And there is a steam room. So you can go in the steam room and you know, it's just steam everywhere. It had a weird smell, but it's a steam room. So I mean, it's all this water coming. I've never done anything like this in forever, so I don't know if this is normal or not. I think actually this is like my first time at the Grand, at least, but I've been to other saunas and stuff, but not this. But the steam room had like it was fine. It was perfectly fine. You could sit in there and steam, and you could do this before your massage. So if you want to get there early and do this stuff before, you can. If you want to get there afterwards, if you want to stay after, you can stay too. You can do all this stuff, and there's, like I said, there's a shower, so it's a really great way to relax because everything you need is there. You don't have to get anything. You don't have to leave. It's all there. There's nothing you could possibly need that isn't there. And you can do all these relaxing experiences. Now, the massage portion of it, I had the Swedish 1 hour massage at the Senses Spa there, and this was excellent. I've had massages in my life before, a lot of massages before in my life, and I've never anyone with this with with all these amenities added to it. But I've had massages before in my life, and massages are great. Swedish massage is fantastic. They get all the kinks out and all that stuff, and that's a lot of fun. But the girl Laura who did my massage was very good. She was very she just did an excellent job with my massage. She was very thorough, and I don't know if thorough is the right word, but she was applying the right amount of pressure to make sure everything was taken care of and so on and so forth. So that was really good. And the other thing that's interesting that they do here too is they're really big on the aromatherapy. So they had me throughout the massage, they had me smelling different um, scents and things like you put your head, of course, in the little slot there, and your face is down, and they have you smelling different scents and things of that nature. So that was certainly interesting. I have to say, my favorite part of the massage was when I was on my back because it felt like the best bed ever. Because so like the girl was massaging my arms and stuff, and like they put these things, they put a pillow under your legs to like elevate your legs, and then they put one under your head to elevate like your neck and stuff. And it was a warm pillow. It was like heated. It was like hot. So that was actually kind of cool. That felt really good actually. I like almost like passed out. And yeah, the warm pillows were a really nice touch. And the other thing is too, in the ceiling, it's like this blue like glow. So they have this amazing music playing, like just spa music in the background, calming music. And then when you look up, when because I had my eyes closed the whole time, and then they tell you to. She put these things on my eyes. I don't know what it was. Some sort of like something to put on my eyes. I don't know what it was. It wasn't. It was like she put a towel, like a paper towel, over my face or something over my eyes, and then put like little weighted something on my eyes. I don't know what it was exactly, but she did that. But so she did that, and then when she was done and the massage was over, she removed it, and she's like, open your eyes, and all you see is this glowing blue light above you. So it's a very relaxing image to wake up to. So um I have to tell you that that was one of the best experiences I ever had, and I will definitely be going back. And I want to look at the list and uh, someday in the future plan out a couple of hours or something to have a few things done there, just as a relaxing day and kind of hang out there. I can see where having a day there would be very fun and relaxing, because it's just such a relaxing experience. I mean, honestly, like everything is there that you could ever need, and it's just really amazing. I mean, like the it's just such a relaxing experience. I mean, it's just so weird. Like you go like the steam room, the hot tub, you're so like you just feel so disconnected from everything else, and you're just so focused on the relaxing. And I mean, if you're on vacation, this is definitely something. If you're staying at Disney, this is definitely something to check out. I mean, honestly, the 150 that it cost for the massage was worth it, just for the chance to have the massage and then go back to that room with the amenities, and to be in the steam room and the hot tub and all that stuff. That was a lot of fun. So that was a really really cool experience, and I thank Caitlin for doing that for me. That was one of the coolest things that anyone has ever done for me. That was really awesome. So that was really cool. I never experienced anything like that before, and that was worth it right there. And Disney just does it above and beyond it. And if you don't already know, I went to the most recently. I went to the spa at the Lake Buena Vista suites there, Lake Buena Vista Resort suites there, and this was a little bit better than that, but but I mean, it was just all these amenities. It was crazy. So that was just an excellent experience, and I had to talk about that because I've never had anything an experience quite like that before. So that was really cool. But I think with that, unless there's something Ed wants to talk about, anything
Nope.
like that. Want to go on. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention too. With the Colortopia exhibit, you should definitely, if you are going to do the Colortopia exhibit at Epcot, please download the Colortopia app because it is a lot of fun. And I found it really interesting. One of the things they do in the Colortopia app is they have the Colors of the World showcase. And basically they have every pavilion and all the colors of that pavilion laid out for you in the app. And you can see what the different colors are and so on and so forth. And that was actually quite interesting to me to see that information in there. So that's pretty cool. So make sure you download the Colortopia app, but just look for Colortopia and whatever app store they have, Android or iPhone. I don't think they have a Windows Mobile, but they may. But I don't think they do. So look that up. But I think that's going to do it for this week's show. So we're going to send you out here. This show is sponsored by Kingdom Consultants Travel. Your experts in Disney travel. Vacations require a lot of time for planning, which most of us just don't have. So let the experts at Kingdom Consultants Travel do the work for you. And best of all, they don't charge a fee for their services, whether it's a trip to Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, or an Adventures by Disney luxury guided tour. Kingdom Consultants Travel allows you to kick back and relax, leaving the planning to those who know it best. Kingdom Consultants Travel is an authorized Disney vacation planner. Keep them in mind for your non-Disney travel. Also visit them today at kingdomconsultant.com. That's kingdomconsultant.com. That's KONSULTANT consultant. That's consultant with a K. Or toll free at 1-866-566-7858. That's 1-866-566-7858. MapleLeafTickets.com has been providing discount Orlando area attraction tickets for more than 30 years. Visit them today at MapleLeafTickets.com or call 1-800-841-2837. That's 1-800-841-2837. So thank you guys for listening to us this week. And I must apologize too. There was a glitch over the past month with the iTunes feed not updating correctly. And I have fixed the glitch. That's right. We have fixed the glitch.
What we did is we fixed the glitch.
So he will no longer check. We like to avoid confrontation whenever possible. And for those of you that get that reference, major bonus points. All right. So we want to thank Caitlin for being here. Yay, Caitlin. We love Caitlin. She is the most prettiest girl in the world, and she is the best fiance ever. So Ed is here. Thank Ed for being here. And we're going to send you out this week, guys. So thank you for joining us this week, guys. Have a great week, and we will see you next week. Bye, guys. Woohoo! Beep boop, beepity boop boop, badoo 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 badoo. Thank you for joining us live.